the Moray Coastal Trail. In this video, we'll pick out the best, most rideable route along this amazing coastline. This is the second of 3 videos in our Moray Gravel Triangle route. In northeast Scotland, 3 long-distance walking routes intersect and form this triangle. At around 100 miles, it is the heart of these 3 videos, and the 3 corners are Granton, the obvious start, Spey Bay, and the town of Forres. But we have time for a bigger ride and an excellent off-road tour. In this video, we're cycling the Moray coast, from the town of Cullen to Forres. That is the start of another trail which will take us south. For a lot of the trail, we'll be guided by local cyclists who'll show us the best way. But in this first section, we're on our own, and there are 2 distinct routes, and that's confusing. So, in one direction, we'll ride the walker's route, which clings to the coast. We'll overnight in Cullen, and then we'll return along the cyclist's route that follows Sustrans Route 1 on roads and cycle paths. It's late afternoon when we take on the walker's route, and almost immediately we wonder if we've done the right thing. That's probably not going to be very bikeable, is it? Should we take a look around the corner and we might have to carry this bit and just see how far we can get. So this is the difference between the Moray Coastal Trail and the Moray Coastal Cycle Trail, and you really need to have mapping for the 2. But that was the only hiker bike. The rest was absolutely superb single track. Bowfiddle Rock is probably the most photographed landmark on this entire coast, and you'll only see it from the walker's route. Sean's impressed with this trail.
That was a bit of a find. We stuck to the coastal path, which was really a walking trail, and it didn't start off too well for the first 500 metres, but after that it went by the golf course and it was superb. Through the gorse, nice single track, it's fantastic views.
Tomorrow we'll leave town by that viaduct up there on National Cycle Route 1. First, we have an appointment with Cullen's most famous foodstuff, a creamy soup made with smoked haddock and known as Cullen skink. And I've been doing some research into what the skink is in this soup. Oh man, that's good. And the skink is a Scots word for a beef knuckle, because that's what they used to use to make their soup. But in Cullen, times were hard, couldn't get the beef, so they used smoked haddock instead, and that became the Cullen skink. And now I'm going to get on kneaded. Today we are riding the Moray coast, and we're going back a slightly different way to which we came because there are 2 different routes. We want to check out which is best to recommend for a gravel bike. You'll find all the routings and all the mappings in the video description. Even though this is Sustrans Route 1, there are quite long off-road sections, so a gravel bike really is quite ideal for this. And as you can see, the weather's turned. The combination of well-surfaced cycle path, as you'd expect on a Sustrans route, plus minor roads means we are eating miles. It's not as challenging or interesting as the coastal path, but arguably better in poor weather.
Very little traffic and a lot of off-road cycle paths. I thought it was fantastic.
We've got back here, it must be double the speed we went, so it was slower going along the coastal walker's trail, and coming back here, really nice ride and pretty quick.
Yeah, much quicker, even into headwind.
Yeah. Next stop is the town of Lossiemouth, where we've arranged a meet-up in a brewery, right next to the Royal Air Force Base. You won't see it, but you can definitely hear it! I just asked Tara there, do you get used to the noise? No, you just don't. But this place was actually started by two pilots who used to fly tornadoes, and they were keen home brewers, and so they decided to set up a brewery. Well, you would, wouldn't you? We're not just here for the beer, coffee and pizza. Yes, they have a fantastic pizza oven. We've arranged to meet two riders to show us the best of the Moray Coast.
It's a single track up and down along the top of the cliffs. In this weather it might be a little bit dangerous, but I'm sure if you're comfortable being on the bike you'll be alright.
This is Martin and Mark from the Moray Gravel Collective, an informal club around here. And they're a bit fast, even in a stinking headwind. I've done it again, haven't I? I've come out riding with people who are much fitter and much younger than me. Why do I do that? In 2021, they organised a 140-kilometre gravel event, helped by Windswept Brewery, and were overwhelmed with the response. Why do you think people liked that sort of an event?
Just because one, they're getting a bargain, a beer and a pizza, and two, it's a bit of an adventure for the day. They're going to places they've never been before, even though it's on their doorstep.
This is great, being out with the Gravel Collective guys here from Moray. You can do all the sort of research you want on maps and Komoot and Strava and things, but there's no substitute in my mind for getting out to people who ride here day in, day out and are from the area. I've been to this area a few times before, but I have no idea where we are. But we've been on great tracks the whole way. Great stuff.
Regularly when we go out on group rides we're getting, like 10, 15 riders, and then obviously, with the event we did recently where we got nearly 100 entrants from all over the sort of north, west and east of Scotland.
Pulled along by the guys' knowledge and enthusiasm, we followed the coast to Findhorn, where we cut inland through the grounds of the eco-village that is the Findhorn Foundation spiritual community. Down the road, the guys peel off, leaving us to head to our overnight in Forres, the end of a fantastic day's ride. In the next video, we complete the Moray Gravel Triangle. So do you like the Dava Way? Another local rider joins us to keep us on the right track as we tackle the Dava Way and head back to the start. Our grateful thanks to Visit Moray and Speyside, who funded our accommodation and meals. Please subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Give us a thumbs up and we'll see you again next time.